Hi, welcome back to my channel. In today's DIY series, we are going to learn how to make a bishop neck. So first off, you have to fold your fabric or your gum stay, like if you want to cut a flea, like you see me doing. Fold it and then you take your round neck measurement. I'm working with round neck measurement of 16 inches, so you divide it by 2 and you get 8 inches. So that is the measurement I'm working with, and that 8 inches you add it 2 inches in order to measure from the tip of your gum stay to the place your neck is going to start. So if your own round neck is 20, you divide it by 2, it will give you 10. You add 2 inches to it just to measure from the tip to where you see me measuring now. That will be the guide. So my own is 8, I added 2 and I measured 10 inches round that particular place, as you see me doing. From the tip of your gum stay to that place you see me marking, measure whatever your neck is divided by 2 plus 2 inches. That will give you a guide. So when you measure it, when you finish marking it, you measure it round and you see that it gives you exactly half of your neck measurement. You see my own is 8 inches. Then the next thing you have to do is to measure the size of your bishop neck. I like using 1.2 inches for my bishop neck. That wideness is just fine for me. Then as you see me doing, I connected those dots, and then the next thing you have to do is to cut it out. Just after cutting it out, because it have to be a 2-piece, it have to be 2 pieces of that gum stay. So after cutting it out, I use this one to trace out another one equally. No one is bigger, no one is longer. So after cutting it out, the next thing I have to do is say, this is how it looks like. This is exactly how your bishop collar is going to look. So if your own is not like this, then you're not getting it right. Then after cutting it out, the next thing you have to do is to bring your fabric. Bring your fabric, flip it to the wrong side. As you see me doing, this place is the wrong side. Then look for the side of the gum stay, the one that gums, because you know the gum stay has gum on it. So, but if you are cutting directly on your fabric, you have to cut exactly the same, but you have to put sewing allowance. So instead of measuring 1.2, you might want to measure 2 inches, and so you take your sewing allowance from there. So but I'm using gum stay. I love using gum stay. It's quite advisable. I can advise you to also use gum stay too. So this is exactly your neck, your bishop neck. Then while cutting it on the fabric, you are going to put your sewing allowance. Don't worry, we'll get there. You see the way I cut it. So now you just have to press it so it gums to your fabric. It doesn't move. Just press it. Make sure it gums. It stays on your fabric. Make sure it gums very well on your fabric. Then after gumming it, the next thing you have to do is to cut it out. Like I said before, while cutting it, you have to put 0.5 sewing allowance all round the bishop neck, round every side of it, as you see me doing so. 0.5 inches all round. Now this is what it looks like. It's beautiful, right? Now the next thing you have to do is to sew them together. So while I was making this video, I forgot to show us that one part of it, that sewing allowance, you put, use your iron and press it down. Use your iron and press it down. You can use gum stay, you can use your what is it called. Your hemming gum to hold it, or you can sew it over on your machine. Then after doing that, you just flip your neck right sides facing each other. Then you're going to sew where you see me pointing. Don't sew it down, you're going to sew all the places you see me pointing. Then after sewing this, as you can see, I already matched the place one side down. Can you see it? I already matched it down, then I notch it. See, I'm notching the side that I sew, which is the smaller part. You're not going to sew that wider part. That part is where you put on your neck, around your neck, your close neck. You're really going to sew the side and the smaller parts, like the circular part. Then after, you give it a notch, and then you make sure you sew very close to your gum stay, very close. Then you turn it. Can you see that one part is shorter? That is the part that I folded the sewing allowance in with iron and I marched on it. That piece is going to be the inner part of your bishop neck. And after doing that, just turn it and then give it a nice press, as you see me doing. Just turn it. After notching it, make sure you notch it. If you don't notch it, it's not going to relax, because that place is a circular form. Any circular form in your fabric, after sewing this, no matter where, have to give it a notch for it to relax. Then tada, that is a bishop neck. So all you have to do is that longer part, just sew it on the neck of your fabric facing inside. I'm going to make a different video on how to achieve that later. Just sew it on the neck, round the neck on of your fabric. So when you now turn the other side inside, it's going to look exactly like this. That is all for your bishop neck. So thank you guys for watching. If you are an old subscriber, thank you guys for coming back into my channel, and I will see you later. Bye.